This guy is a VR game addict. But the reason he spends so much time on the game is simply because he wants to find out the ending of this game. Then one day he is tricked by the goddess of this game, participating in an event with an invitation that will show the real ending of the game. What will his life be like from now on? When he realizes that this game is no longer VR but a one-life game. The night descended, cloaking the ancient castle deep within the citadel. Corpses littered the ground, blood soaking the stone floor. Could an ordinary man have come this far? Han Jae-woo gritted his teeth, his hair falling over his face. "TCH, I must admit, you are strong," he said. Across from him stood a hulking demon, a massive sword slung over its shoulder, radiating killing intent. Its blood-red eyes glowed as it raised a hand toward him. This was the seventh demon lord, Pharaoh, the demon lord of Gusborg. Han Jae-woo smirked, his grin stretching ear to ear. His eyes narrowed. And his gleaming sword pointed at the demon lord. "Silence, your era ends today." He channeled strength into his feet. His sword flashed, a surge of crimson magical energy swirling around it. The demon lord roared with laughter, shouting, "Slash, come at me." But a system interface popped up, freezing Han Jae-woo in place. Thin text scrolled across the digital panel. "You have been disconnected from the server." He blinked in confusion. The demon lord's eyes widened, spotting an opening. "You are wide open," it bellowed. Han Jae-woo broke into a cold sweat, flailing in panic. "Wait, hold on, stop," his face flushed with terror, his mouth agape as a blinding white light enveloped the space. The demon lord's strike cleaved him in two. The demon lord of Gusborg, seventh demon lord, Pharaoh. Extermination quest failed. The system notification faded into view. The blue bar representing Han Jae-woo's health turned red, accompanied by bold black text, "Defeat." Sunlight streamed through the windows of a towering apartment complex. "Hey, Jae-woo, you are still playing that game," a voice called out. "Yeah, I have been trying to wake him up," another replied. A man with a scar running down his eye gritted his teeth, glancing around nervously before shaking his head. Before he could finish, another man jolted upright, sweating profusely, pointing at the network cable in his hand. I accidentally unplugged the internet." Han Jae-woo growled, veins bulging on his forehead. "You did this, you are the one who pulled the cable, or not you." He grabbed the other man by the collar, hoisting him up as the man yelped in panic. "I am sorry, okay." Han Jae-woo, fuming, threw him to the ground. "I was this close to clearing it, I was almost done." The others around them panicked, shouting, "Someone stop him." Han Jae-woo, teeth clenched, tightened his grip on the man's neck. "I am Han Jae-woo," he thought to himself. "It might seem like I am a gaming addict, but I used to be well liked." His eyes darkened as he grabbed the waist of a man with spiky hair. The problem solver of Hanum. He squinted, solving complex problems in a flash. The brain of Hanum, the money-making goblin. He chuckled, his slicked back hair gleaming, dual money shooting pistols in hand. "I used to have a great life." Han Jae-woo froze, gripping the head of a battered thug. Then it hit him. He pursed his lips, noticing something. A massive chamber appeared before him. How ordinary, he thought. Everything he would been obsessed with. Super AI Aquila, the latest masterpiece, a hyper-realistic virtual reality game. A game world filled with grotesque monsters and heroes wielding powerful magic. "You are the savior of humanity," the game promised, and it was this world that changed him. Han Jae-woo stood alone in a vast green field, immersed in a single-player open-world RPG. A massive dragon roared, spewing a fireball at the night before it. For someone like me, who never even read manga, this world is miraculous. Beautiful women, each unique, and countless stunning characters from different races. Their stories captivated me. At times, Han Jae-woo was a knight. At others, a king. He smiled, clad in white, kneeling before someone. A man once obsessed with money had become someone else. He pinched a piece of paper between his fingers. "So, I borrowed money." A group of men in black suits laughed gleefully, shouting, "You are back, all to buy a $1 billion gaming capsule." Han Jae-woo's eyes glinted with calculation. "Call me crazy if you want." A man with glasses was pinned to the floor by Han Jae-woo, who stared at him with unwavering focus. "Hey, Jae-woo, you are treating me like this when I am the one who funded your gaming." Han Jae-woo smirked. "Oh, right." Faint memories flashed through his mind. A long-haired man swung a slender staff. "I have covered for you guys plenty of times, have not I?" Playing golf behind his wife's back. A man in a bartender's vest smiled cheerfully, juggling 2 jobs behind his company's back. The scarred man blushed, waving a glow stick to cheer for his idol, a VTuber for 10 years. Han Jae-woo's face darkened with malice. The bartender pointed at him, shouting, "You think you are in a position to talk when you borrowed $1 billion just to game?" Han Jae-woo's voice lowered, his eyes rolling. "Huh," the other man stammered, backtracking. Nothing." A sudden question made Han Jae-woo squint. "How are you going to pay off that debt just by writing game guides for others?" In the game, Han Jae-woo trembled, crawling up a cliff, hiding behind a rock to evade a dragon's pursuit. He clutched a map tightly, lips pursed. Sitting at his computer, he typed furiously. "Then clear the game," he told himself. "That is the end of this dungeon guide." Flipping through a notebook, he gasped at the massive sum written inside. Han Jae-woo leaned forward, hands dangling over his knees. The group around him kept talking. "Come back and work with us, Jae-woo. You are Hanam's problem solver." His messy hair shifted as he spoke. "No." Han Jae-woo gritted his teeth, brushing the capsule's lid. "I have not seen this game's ending yet." His mind burned with determination, chasing the true ending no one had reached. Han Jae-woo smiled, gazing into the distance. He and his party stood on a cliff, watching the sunset. "Reaching the true ending is the least I can do to repay this world for teaching me so much." He frowned, pushing the men in black suits away. "Work's over. Go home." They protested, shouting, "What about the interest?" Han Jae-woo slammed the door shut, sighing. Their voices lingered. "I believe in you, Han Jae-woo." He glanced back, stroking the capsule. The space shifted, the system panel glowing blue again. "Savior of humanity, begin game." The scene transitioned to an ancient, towering cathedral. The people wore simple clothes, walking along the walls of a flying church. When Han Jae-woo opened his eyes, he was clad in familiar knight's armor, the former savior of humanity. Death penalty, actions restricted for 22 hours. He gritted his teeth, muttering, "Right, I got disconnected." He kicked aside the flowers around him, shouting, startling the crowd. "How am I supposed to make money now?" A mechanical voice chimed in. "You seem to be struggling." Han Jae-woo frowned, suspicious. From the void, silver-blue hair swayed. And a small figure gently landed. Han Jae-woo sat in a coffin, eyes narrowed warily. "Who are you?" The petite girl with large purple eyes and strange triangular pupils smiled brightly. "I am Aquila, the game master of Savior of Humanity." Han Jae-woo scoffed, smirking. "What, a kid like you?" Aquila poked 2 fingers forward, winking playfully. "Don't judge a book by its cover." A brown-haired man muttered internally, "I like that." Han Jae-woo smirked, unimpressed. "You think I will believe you just because you show up and claim to be Aquila?" She snapped her fingers. Everyone in the cathedral froze. Aquila twirled a finger, smirking. Han Jae-woo glanced at an old priest, motionless, and a peasant girl mid-fall, suspended in time. That is at least an SSS rank skill, he thought. Aquila sat on the coffin's edge, grinning. "Not a skill, I just paused the server." She leaned closer, batting her long lashes. "Believe me now," she tilted her head. "Anyway, I just thought of a new event for the 7th anniversary." "Want to hear it?" Han Jae-woo frowned. "An event?" Aquila raised a hand, summoning a notification panel. 12:00 a new world has been unlocked. She squealed with excitement. "Be the first to clear the game in this new world with a new character." Han Jae-woo gritted his teeth, veins popping. "I have not even cleared it with my current character, are you insane?" Her soft voice cut him off. "The reward is $25 million. Aquila smirked, covering her mouth as if whispering. "Scared?" Han Jae-woo's eyes blazed with anger, his body trembling. Aquila chuckled, a magical aura glowing around her. "Don't you want to see the game's true ending? It might exist." A floating fragment hovered in her hand, a clue to the true ending. Han Jae-woo's pupils dilated with excitement. His hand reaching out, only to be stopped by her. "Wait." The fragment glowed, triggering a system panel. "If you try now, you will get a free roll." Han Jae-woo's eyes gleamed greedily at the rewards, tens, hundreds, thousands. "This is insane." Aquila transferred 30 million won to his account. Current balance, 30,410,380. She struck a pose, winking. Rank 1, Han Jae-woo, 545,200,000 won. Rank 2, Dunho, 192,130,000 won. Rank 3, J, 185,300,000 won. Rank 4, Pingam, 157,600,001. You are my VIP, after all. Han Jae-woo's body shook with excitement, eyes sparkling. You are kidding, right? Even if I do not clear it, it is fine. He smirked, clenching his fist. I can pay off the interest with this. Standing from the coffin, he puffed out his chest. I would be an idiot to pass up an event like this. I am in. Aquila laughed heartily, her voice ringing with praise. I knew you would agree. That is a top player for you. Shall we start? Her eyes darkened, muttering in a strange language. A blinding circle of light appeared. A triangular symbol glowing on her cheek. Her eyes widened, her body froze, wings spreading as a massive magical surge pierced the sky, rewriting space itself. The townsfolk vanished. Peasants, nuns, all gone. The space warped, teleporting them to a desolate planet with a single gate. Aquila pointed ahead. That gate leads to the new world. Han Jae-woo followed her gesture, eyes wide with excitement. A random gate, huh? He turned, grinning. So the game starts when I step through, exactly. The light beyond the gate blazed. Han Jae-woo pulled it open with both hands, shouting, Don't forget my reward, Aquila. The dazzling light engulfed him. Let us go to the true ending. Aquila's voice lowered, muttering, Oh, right, I forgot to mention. If your character dies in this event. Her angelic smile widened. You will die in real life too. Han Jae-woo froze, eyes widening in horror. What? A violent tremor shook the ground, his scream echoing through the forest as he plummeted from the sky. Crashing face first into the dirt. Gritting his teeth, face smeared with mud, he groaned, Why does it hurt? I am in a game. He recalled Aquila's chilling gaze, shivering. Was she serious? Clenching his fists. His eyes darkened, body trembling with rage. Fine, I will do it. Han Jae-woo roared, his voice shaking the heavens. Damn it. The system flickered, former savior of humanity. A seal stamped down, confirming, game start. The beautiful game master with triangular pupils smirked. Aquila, the creator of the single-player virtual reality game savior of humanity, was revered as a god within its world. She loved cute things, but her thoughts were impossible to predict. Ferocious dragons spewed flames, incinerating the citadel of humanity's saviors. This story-driven game pitted players against demon lords intent on destroying the empire. Globally beloved for its perfection, no one had ever reached its true ending due to its grueling difficulty. The community was now fixated on who would be the first to achieve the true ending. Han Jae-woo staggered, trembling, leaning on a stick for support. I am so different now, he muttered, teeth clenched, his face gaunt and haggard. That damn Aquila, I will never forgive her. The status panel updated his condition. Dehydration 3/20, health 3/3. Furious, he thought, of course savior of humanity would stick me with this garbage character. With a max health of only 20 and nothing but mana, his situation was dire. His eyes bloodshot, teeth stained with blood, he growled, I have only been walking half a day, and I am already dehydrated. How am I supposed to get the true ending with this character? A single drop of water rippled across the still surface, stirring it violently. Han Jae-woo whipped around. That is it. His pupils trembled as he gripped a dry branch, tears of joy welling up at the sight of a massive waterfall. Thank God I read How to Survive by Bear Green. Screw Aquila, but this game's realism saves me. Han Jae-woo knelt, plunging his face into the water, drinking greedily. A girl gently brushed her long brown hair. Han Jae-woo lifted his face from the stream, and there she was. A girl wrapped in a towel, fresh from bathing under the waterfall. Her bare shoulders were fully exposed, and Han Jae-woo's face flushed crimson, blood trickling from his nose. You are excited, you have lost 1 health. He froze, water spilling from his mouth. Oh God, who is that? Her skin glistened like the water. Han Jae-woo stared, wide-eyed, as the system panel reappeared. Please purchase the DLC to proceed. He fell back, enraged, shouting, What? I have to be a VIP, pay for DLC, I thought this was the full version. Before he could finish, a group of witches appeared, grabbing his shoulders. Hey, kid, you gotta pay to see what happens next. Han Jae-woo's face burned, drool dripping. How much? Bound tightly, he collapsed to the ground. Teeth gritted in pain, tears streaming as the witches gleefully surrounded him. Stay still, you little pervert. You are losing health. The girl from earlier squinted, sticking out her tongue as she leaned closer. Behave, and I might let you keep your pants. A man tied up nearby glanced at him with concern. You okay? Han Jae-woo, eyes squeezed shut in embarrassment, shouted, at least tell me how much. The man, with a long scar over his eye, frowned. What do you mean? Han Jae-woo gave an awkward laugh. Nothing. The man did not press further, introducing himself instead. I get it, I am Rut, a monster hunter. Han Jae-woo softened his tone. I am Valor Stet Valoro. How'd you end up here? Rut, honest in his reply, recounted how he was caught by the witches. Just bad luck, I was chasing prey and wandered too close to the witches' forest. Tough break, huh? He asked with concern, what about you? Han Jae-woo averted his gaze, dodging the question. Something like your story, I fell here, no other choice. Rut narrowed his eyes, his voice tinged with sympathy. I do not know what you have been through, but that is rough. You are still young. He reached for a nearby dagger, unperturbed. No big deal. Han Jae-woo's eyes glinted with malice. This kind of situation, it is my specialty. Rut blinked, confused. You have got a way out. Han Jae-woo's amber eyes sparkled. Of course. He studied the backs of the women ahead, thinking, because I am the one who wrote the guide to beating these witches. In a hazy memory, he would type furiously. It took me 3 days to finish that guide. The witches' identities were revealed, the 5 witches of Havel, named for their haunt in Havel Forest. There was Gunda, a petite girl with freckles. Kandora, with silver hair and 4 eyes. Ondai, a beautiful woman with blindfolded eyes. Fugen, a short-haired witch with 1 eye covered. And Hiju, a haughty witch with reddish-brown hair. Their silhouettes loomed under the sunlight, surrounded by countless skulls. Though early game bosses players had to defeat, they were infamous for killing thousands, earning their notoriety. Han Jae-woo's eyes narrowed with calculation as he watched Hiju mock Fugen. They do not actually get along. Rut grew anxious, his face paling as he saw Han Jae-woo's sinister smirk. Raising his voice, Han Jae-woo said, now that I think about it, is not Lady Fugen still alive? The short-haired witch spun around, shocked. What, you have provoked Fugen? Han Jae-woo grinned, his tone mocking. I clearly remember Hiju saying she would kill you. The reddish-brown-haired witch frowned. I told you to shut up. A low, gravelly voice made Hiju freeze. Wait, Fugen's veins bulged, her face red with fury. Who is killing who? You have successfully provoked Fugen. Note, Fugen hates Hiju. Han Jae-woo leaned forward, fanning the flames. I am certain I heard her say she would kill you to take all your wealth. Rut, sitting behind him, gasped. Are you serious? Fugen roared, for real. Hiju closed her eyes, sighing wearily. You actually believe him? Her slow words made Han Jae-woo swallow hard in fear. But she was not done. Smirking, Hiju gestured toward Fugen. You did not even use all that money. Why not share some with me? You have successfully provoked Hiju. Note, Hiju covets Fugen's wealth. The blindfolded Ondai clapped innocently. So that is why Hiju's making acid bombs. Note, Ondai is oblivious to the tension. Gunda, the freckled witch, blushed, wide-eyed and hungry. Whatever, as long as lunch is ready. Note, Gunda is gluttonous. Kandora, gripping her fists, shouted excitedly, so, are we fighting? I want to fight. Note, Kandora loves combat. The witches' chaotic bickering filled the air. That is why you have been acting so smug lately. Let go of my hair, you maniac, you are always rude, fight, fight. Han Jae-woo grinned, his face contorting with glee. You have successfully provoked the 5 witches of Havel. He smirked, triumphant. Yes, yes, it is all going according to plan. He watched 2 witches clawing at each other's hair. People think they are coordinated because of their title. But this coven has 0 teamwork. Under the moonlight, the ruthless witches floated. Surrounded by defeated players strewn across the ground. They kill thousands because they bicker without realizing it. As Hiju and Fugen yanked at each other's hair, the others watched eagerly. Making them fight each other is child's play. Han Jae-woo smirked, calling to Rut, let us take this chance to escape. The monster hunter's face lit up with awe. You are something else. Han Jae-woo grabbed the rug the witches stood on. Yanking it hard. The witches stumbled, tumbling into a boiling cauldron, thrashing and screaming. Han Jae-woo laughed, pointing ahead. The exit's that way, Rut. He sprinted off, gleeful. Stupid witches, Ondai takes 100 damage. Hiju takes 100 damage. They are idiots, but they give tons of EXP. A slender figure darted forward, only to be stopped as a venomous snake coiled around his leg. Fugen's snake has ensnared you. Movement restricted. Fugen emerged from the cauldron. You sly bastard, I am not dying alone. Han Jae-woo was dragged to the ground, the snake hissing viciously. Damn it. He struggled, dodging its strikes. Crap, I forgot this character's pathetically weak. Rut roared, I have got you. He drew his sword, slicing the snake in half. Then looked at Han Jae-woo with concern. You okay? Han Jae-woo sat stunned on the ground. I am fine, thanks. Frowning, he propped himself up. Rut, can I borrow your bow? Rut raised an eyebrow. You know how to use one. Han Jae-woo took the bow from him. Rut's bow, attack 15, range 30. He pulled the string taut, muttering, just a bit. Releasing, the arrow shot straight into a glass vial behind the cauldron. The vial shattered, dousing the witches. Hiju trembled. Wait, that is not good. Fugen's eyes widened. What the hell is that? The reddish-brown-haired witch screamed, that is an acid bomb. Fugen, horrified, gaped. What? The witches stared as the slimy blue acid hit the bubbling water. In an instant, a massive explosion rocked the area, smoke and dust clouding everything. Han Jae-woo stood beside Rut as a stray rock fragment hit his head. You were struck by debris. You lost 1 health. Rut glanced over, skeptical. Did we get them? Han Jae-woo, a large bump swelling on his head, shouted, don't jinx it. The system panel flashed, achievement unlocked, the witches are nothing. You have defeated Hiju, a witch of Havel Forest. You have defeated Fugen, a witch of Havel Forest. You have defeated Kandora, a witch of Havel Forest. You have defeated Ondai, a witch of Havel Forest. You have defeated Gunda, a witch of Havel Forest. Total Express gained, 323,760. Achievement points, 5,000. Han Jae-woo trembled with excitement. We did it, Rut, equally stunned, nodded. Nice work. Han Jae-woo squinted, grinning wickedly at the system panel, drooling with joy. This much at a low level, that is insane luck. Now I just need to grab that thing. Rut, impressed, clapped him on the back. I thought we were done for. You saved me. His voice softened, catching Han Jae-woo's attention. Rut squinted, offering a small pouch the size of a fist. It is not much, but take this as thanks. You have received a red dragon fruit. Han Jae-woo's eyes widened with glee. No way, you are really giving me this. I do not remember this from my last playthrough. Rut replied casually, I figured it looked valuable, so I took it from the witches. As he spoke, the pouch vanished from his hand. Thanks, Rut stared, dumbfounded, as Han Jae-woo shoved the red dragon fruit into his mouth. His muscles tensed, bulging. You are now Dragonbone, possessing immense strength, 220 per 220. Han Jae-woo, cheeks stuffed with the remaining fruit, screamed internally. My stats are skyrocketing, strength plus 100, agility plus 120, stamina plus 150. A regular player like me never dreamed of this. What insane luck. Rut, watching him, grinned. Hey, you still chomping away? He raised a hand, interested in monster hunting. Han Jae-woo frowned, eyes pausing mid-chew on the red dragon fruit. A new chapter unfolded, sealed with a stamp. A bond with the monster hunter has been unlocked. Hairy, grotesque monsters roared as Han Jae-woo smirked, swinging his sword through the dust and smoke. Savior of humanity, you know it. In this game, the Guardian class faces off against the Dark Legion, minions of the Demon Lords. If all Guardians vanish, the Dark Legion will rise and destroy the world. One morning, Rut, with his sharp gaze, suddenly extended a hand, grinning with hidden intent. Interested in monster hunting. Across from him, Han Jae-woo was savoring his meal. But his hands tightened, throat gulping audibly. Rut, standing nearby, froze like a statue, speechless. Han Jae-woo snapped back to a serious demeanor, recalling the monster hunting offer. Without hesitation, he waved it off, his eyes turning icy. Sorry, but I have got things to do. Rut only chuckled, faintly. Busy guy, huh? But then, a calculating glint flashed in Han Jae-woo's eyes. Wait, is not this an opportunity? His gaze darkened as he checked the system panel, his mind racing. I have not picked a class yet, so all this massive express is just sitting there. If I do not use it, it will vanish in a month. Before Han Jae-woo could dwell further, Rut turned to leave, waving casually. All right, I am off. Suddenly, a determined voice cut through. 3 months. Han Jae-woo raised 3 fingers, a smug grin curling his lips. Is 3 months enough? Rut glanced back, his expression half surprised, half mocking. Not 3 years. The sky blazed blue amidst the dense forest. Han Jae-woo stepped closer to Rut. A resolute voice rang out as Rut stood atop a ledge, gripping a tree trunk. First, dive into the forest and hide anywhere you want. His silhouette faded, his declaration echoing firmly. I will find you in 30 minutes. Deep in the forest, Han Jae-woo stood in thought, hand on his chin. A spark lit his eyes. Monster tracking skills from the hunter skill tree, impressive progress. Confidence gleamed in his gaze. He sprang up like a gust of wind, darting forward, his strides clearing tree trunks. As he ran, he thought, I have explored this forest countless times. His hand clenched, as if gearing up for a life or death battle. I could navigate it blindfolded. In an instant, he launched himself downward, his voice resolute. I know every branch in this dense forest. He soared through the air, his body twisting with grace and power. In the thick darkness, toxic spores from poisonous mushrooms spread, forming a hazy mist. The dense canopy disoriented him, with spores from the poison king mushroom scattered everywhere. Han Jae-woo's eyes, cold but wary, scanned the surroundings. Suddenly, a two-headed beast with silver-gray fur and blazing red eyes bared its fangs, growling. Other ferocious monsters, even more dangerous than the witches, loomed nearby. Han Jae-woo charged forward with confidence. I have got most of this etched in my mind. Thanks to the red dragon fruit, his stamina was nearly maxed out. He flashed a daring half-smile, his eyes sharp as blades. He won't find me easily. In the silent forest, Han Jae-woo looked up and locked eyes with Rut. Shock hit him like a bolt. Rut's face drew closer, and Han Jae-woo paled, panic overtaking him. Wait, what? Rut stood before him, smirking arrogantly. 50 points. Do better. He paused, adding, but for your passion and effort, I will give you 10 bonus points. Han Jae-woo froze, his body stiff as if iced over, mouth agape, unable to believe he would been found so easily. His eyes dulled. How do you find me? Rut's face lit up with amusement, his voice teasing. Curious, with a confident grin and gleaming eyes, the tall man stood before Han Jae-woo, stroking his chin as if appraising a rare treasure. Rut's low, raspy voice rumbled, it has been a while since I had such an interesting student. Han Jae-woo, reeling from the mental shock, watched as Rut turned and walked away, leaving a taunting remark. Come on, let us give it our all. A mission panel appeared. You have completed the Hunter's Initiation quest. A new quest has been updated, the Hunter's Challenge. In the misty space, a series of blue notifications flashed. You have acquired the Monster Hunter class. You have learned herbalism. You have learned intermediate swordsmanship. You have learned survival skills. You have learned flintlock marksmanship. Light erupted around him. Han Jae-woo raised his hands, his face beaming with exhilaration. His smile widened, eyes blazing with wild excitement. In the quiet space, a voice echoed, looking forward to working with you. 3 months later, in the serene forest, a simple but sturdy tent stood before them. Rut approached, saying, You have mastered all that already, impressive. Han Jae-woo smirked confidently, twirling his weapon. Don't believe me, then go hide. Rut, his master, clapped his shoulder, grinning. I have always admired your passion. All right, I will hide. But if you do not find me in an hour, you are cooking dinner tonight. Han Jae-woo's smug face broke into a sharp smile. Of course, master. Rut darted off swiftly, calling back, I am counting on you. Han Jae-woo stood tall in the forest, his expression fierce. Meanwhile, Rut clung silently to a sheer cliff, his strong hands gripping sharp crevices. He laughed, I am glad I found such a talented disciple in my old age. His fingers deftly found new holds. Should I go easier on him? Hiding at the cliff's edge might be too tough for an hour. But a strange sound echoed below. Rut froze, his hands trembling on the rock, a bead of sweat rolling down his cheek. A dark, menacing figure emerged behind him, eyes glowing red like a beast's, a savage grin on Han Jae-woo's face. A hand brimming with killing intent grabbed Rut's leg, startling him. What the? In the next moment, Han Jae-woo appeared before him. Eyes cold but confident. Found you. Rut could not hide his shock, trembling as he covered his mouth to stifle a gasp. 3 months. Once again, Han Jae-woo found him. Here you are. Rut, perched in a tree, froze, his mind echoing, it took me years to learn this. Deep in a frigid cave, Rut groped forward, shivering. His breath quickened as he tried to calm himself. No way he will find me here, right? This is a hellhound's lair. His face relaxed with a flicker of hope, but a shadowy figure emerged from the void. A sly grin on Han Jae-woo's lips. Tip number 1 from Savior of Humanity. With a lightning-fast move, he grabbed his master like weak prey, leaving no escape. Han Jae-woo's voice was low, like a blade. Even an earthquake would not wake a sleeping hellhound. He leaned closer, smirking. I passed your test. Rut stood rooted, sweat dripping down his pale face, eyes wide with dread. A weak murmur escaped him, In the silent night, an awestruck voice rang out. Incredible. Rut's eyes locked onto the figure before him, unable to believe what he saw. Think about it, you mastered those skills in just 3 months. Han Jae-woo bowed his head. All thanks to your teaching. But Rut shook his head. No, it is your talent. Instantly, Han Jae-woo unleashed a flurry of rapid strikes, a 5-hit combo. He laughed heartily, waving a hand. Come on, master, it is all because of you. Rut roared with laughter. Is that so? A sudden thought flashed through Han Jae-woo's mind. I maxed out those skills using the massive express from the witch hunt. Rut gazed at him, eyes filled with awe and admiration. You are truly exceptional. You even remembered the monster ecology tips I taught you. Did I mention hellhounds? Han Jae-woo grinned, clasping his hands humbly, though his face radiated unshakable confidence. Because I am the real author of that monster ecology guide, Rut spoke up. I have never met anyone like you. You are destined for great things. His tone grew serious, eyes glinting with curiosity. So, what is next? That mission you mentioned earlier. Han Jae-woo's mind raced to visions of coins pouring in, his lips curling into a smile. First, I will make money. Everything starts with money. Rut, eyeing his ambitious student, nodded approvingly. He recalled a group of mercenaries with hardened faces and gleaming weapons. Nice. I have a friend leading a mercenary band. Interested in trying it out? Han Jae-woo rubbed his chin, eyes blazing with excitement, thinking, that sounds tempting. Mercenary work is the best way to earn cash early on. He recalled a fierce battle, massive monsters charging like a storm. Han Jae-woo stood firm in the chaos, slashing forward relentlessly. Most importantly, it is free and flexible. If I am lucky, I might even meet the game's guardians. Without hesitation, Han Jae-woo turned to Rut, declaring, I am in. Mercenary work it is. Rut's eyes widened, but he quickly grinned. Really? He pulled out a gleaming gold badge. Take this, my old mercenary badge. My friend will recognize you with it. Raising his head, he said, good luck, Valor Valoro. Han Jae-woo turned, eyes sparkling, a confident smile spreading across his face. He shouted, yes, Master Rut. A surge of exhilaration coursed through him. Perfect. Defeated the witches, got a class time to hit the road. Rut, standing nearby, chimed in, you have got this. He thought to himself, this is one hell of a start. Han Jae-woo clutched the badge, his gaze resolute. At this rate, even the true ending is not far off. His eyes burned like twin flames, radiating determination. Suddenly, a mysterious voice echoed, piercing his mind. Don't you want to see the true ending? Han Jae-woo's hand tightened on the badge. The voice continued, it might exist. In the system's space, Aquila, with her platinum hair, flashed a cryptic smile. A strange blue cube glowed faintly in her palm, like a gem from another world. She spoke, there is still a clue to the true ending. In that tense moment, Han Jae-woo's hand reached for the system panel, its red text pulsing invitingly. His eyes sparked with deep, thrilling excitement. Yeah, I do not know when I will die, that is what makes this life or death game so great. Sweat rolled down his cheek, his lips curling slightly. I have got to seize this tension. He slapped his cheeks, his eyes blazing with fierce resolve. Wait for me, Aquila. I will reach the true ending. The young man strode boldly through the shaded forest, each step decisive, slicing through the still air. A system panel appeared. You have completed the hidden quest, the Hunter's Challenge. A new quest has been updated. Join the Mercenary Guild. In the vast cosmic expanse, a booming laugh shattered the silent night. At the center of the mystical scene, Aquila lounged on a luxurious velvet chair, laughing until tears brimmed in her eyes. That scene was hilarious, tricking those witches like that. Absolute peak. Her sparkling eyes glinted with excitement, her lips curling into a delighted grin. She muttered, lucky I kept watching him. Suddenly, golden sparks exploded like fireworks, tearing through the void. A pair of gleaming gold boots stepped firmly through the emptiness. A rare, Curious question rang out. Is that him? Yeah, definitely not your average guy, Aquila replied. In the starlit universe, she reclined on her opulent chair. A voice teased, what, you like him? Behind her, a regal figure glowed Van Fuga, her eyes colder than ever. Her fearless face held only a deep, piercing gaze. Van Fuga called to Aquila, I am a god. How could I look at a human I am meant to protect that way? She smirked slyly. Why not, he is cute. Her gaze steadied, though her lips trembled slightly. Aquila grinned back, you are always so serious. You used to be fun, you know. Van Fuga stepped closer, her voice lowering but retaining unshakable authority. That was a long time ago. By the way, did you really pay off his debt? Aquila replied quickly, a hint of haste in her tone. That was settled ages ago. Van Fuga seized the opening, smiling. So he is still working to pay off a debt he does not know is already cleared, she chuckled, her laughter echoing through the cosmos. That is cruel. Aquila propped her chin, her smile stretching ear to ear. Why not, it is fun. Look at him. The scene shifted to Han Jae-woo screaming in exhilaration, his breath fiery, eyes ablaze. Aquila spoke again, talk about vitality. Van Fuga's lips curled coldly. You are awful, she laughed, leaning back, her cat-like ears twitching, her body trembling with mirth. Thanks. Standing like a war goddess, she continued, so, Aquila, is he part of your plan? Van Fuga's voice cracked with shattered pride. Or just a toy? Aquila, legs crossed, reclined comfortably on her lavish chair, sighing seductively. Propping her chin, her lips curled. Maybe a promising talent. Her eyes blazed red, deep as an abyss. The scene shifted to Han Jae-woo's resolute eyes, disheveled hair, running fiercely yet tinged with loneliness. Just keep watching. From Savior of Humanity, Express earned from monsters or quests by Guardians expires after 1 month if unused. Han Jae-woo collapsed onto the ground, exhausted, his legs aching. Damn, my feet are killing me, he groaned. The system panel flashed, you are in a state of exhaustion. He scanned the cursed forest around him, muttering, why is this place so brutal? After a brief rest, Han Jae-woo gritted his teeth and forced himself to stand. Thanks to this body, I made it out of the forest in half a day. Time to keep moving. He stood tall, gazing at the city before him. The mercenary guild's banner loomed in the distance. A small bell jingling as he approached. 2 beautiful waitresses hurried out with trays of food, warmly greeting him. Welcome to Frankfurt's finest tavern, the head waiter, a burly man, bowed. Frank at your service, honored guest, the system chimed, you have entered Frankfurt Tavern. Frank smiled. How may I assist you, sir? Han Jae-woo scratched his head awkwardly. Actually, I am looking for someone. One of the waitresses responded quickly. Her smile bright, I understand, let me show you to a seat first. Han Jae-woo glanced around, his mind racing. As expected, a tavern is the best place to gather intel. Good wine, lively people, the aroma of delicious food. If there is anywhere to learn about the mercenary guild, it is here. The tavern buzzed with cheerful chatter, patrons eating and drinking merrily. People talk more when they are in high spirits. Han Jae-woo could not help but tremble with excitement as the waitresses fussed over him. And let us be real, these waitresses are adorable. He turned to one of them, asking casually, this is the place, right? By the way, do you know anyone named Choi? At the mention of the name, the atmosphere shifted. Both waitresses froze, and even the patrons' faces darkened. The waitress clinging to his arm trembled, whispering, Sir, that name is forbidden here. Han Jae-woo blinked, surprised. Huh, why? The other waitress, visibly shaken, stammered, He is dangerous. My boyfriend got involved with him once. Her voice quivered as she continued. Some guy with a club came at him, looking terrifying. When my boyfriend came home, he was like a mummy. The patrons began murmuring, sharing their own tales of woe about Choi. He has ruined so many lives here, one said. The system pinged abruptly, tavern morale has decreased. A random voice piped up, heard you caught a rat, huh, not bad, I barely managed to kill a slime. Rats are way out of my league. Han Jae-woo slumped, exasperated. Rut, what kind of mess did you get me into? One of the waitresses suddenly pushed him toward the exit. Sir, run, he is coming. Han Jae-woo, still confused, stammered, wait, what? His face collided with something solid. Wincing, he rubbed his head and looked up. Who is that? The man before him, exuding menace, spoke calmly. That would be me. His eyes gleamed with killing intent as he introduced himself. The name's Choi. Han Jae-woo gasped, huh? Before he could process, Choi snatched the badge from his hand. What is this? Isn't this Rut's old mercenary badge? Since when did he? Choi's tone shifted, his fearsome expression softening. Perfect, you are the guy, then. In an instant, his scowl transformed into a grin. I have been looking for a teammate or, well, a companion. Han Jae-woo's head spun. What did you just say, teammate? That sounds off. He muttered under his breath, Rut, you bastard. Choi flashed a toothy grin. Just kidding, but cross me next time, and you are dead. Moments later, Han Jae-woo strolled through the city streets, chatting with Choi. So, I have ended up as his teammate or companion, whatever that means. Dragged into a war between the Chosen Knight and the Pizzameth faction. Choi clapped him on the back, praising him. Exactly, you catch on quick. Sharp mind. Amid Choi's booming laughter, Han Jae-woo's thoughts raced. This feels like I have been conscripted into some foreign army, but it is actually a golden opportunity. The image of the Chosen Knight flashed in his mind, a towering figure, one of the guardians of savior of humanity, a key figure in the Panta's empire. Through him, I might find clues to the other guardians. A loud trumpet blared through the streets. Choi's eyes lit up. Speak of the devil, there he is. The system buzzed. You have been ambushed. HP reduced by 30. Han Jae-woo gaped as a procession of armored soldiers marched into the city, the Chosen Knight's escort. He could not help but marvel. Damn, look at me, fitting right in with that crew. But something felt off. This is different from what I expected. I used to be on the opposing side. His gaze locked onto a figure in the distance. Philip, the Chosen Knight. Is that him? He looks more like a villain. Then, his jaw dropped. She is here. A figure in ornate armor, adorned with angelic wings on her helmet and flowing golden hair, rode among the escort. Van Fuga. Han Jae-woo's shock deepened. Van Fuga's here too. Philip, noticing her distraction, glanced over. Something wrong. Van Fuga lowered her gaze, murmuring. It is nothing. Han Jae-woo watched from afar, his heart heavy as the escort moved on. The battle ahead awaits. Memories flooded back his past adventures with Van Fuga as his companion in previous playthroughs. She was my ally, but I could never save her. He recalled her falling under a deadly blade while he battled a colossal beast. Clenching his teeth, he swore. The ending was always the same. But this time, even if it costs my life, I will make sure she survives. The sword-fighting arena roared with intensity. Fighters clashing with full force. Han Jae-woo smirked. Holy crap, this is intense. Are these Marines or what? Choi approached, grinning. It has started, huh, the system chimed. You have entered the Mercenary Guild's training grounds under Choi's command. He turned to Han Jae-woo. Perfect timing. We are picking a team leader through duels and there is a cash prize. Han Jae-woo eyed a man holding a sack of coins, puzzled. Pride and money. He sighed, conceding, I am here to get close to the Chosen Knight anyway. Better keep a low profile. But Choi slapped his shoulder. You are joining too. Han Jae-woo's fear surged, met by Choi's determined grin. Of course Rut would not send some clueless rookie. Panicking, Han Jae-woo thought, did anyone ask my opinion? Choi shouted, hey, anyone want to spar with the new guy? The crowd erupted, mercenaries clamoring to challenge him. Fresh meat, I am first. No, me. Han Jae-woo, helpless, forced a smile. No point resisting. This feels familiar. The duels were about to begin. Guess I will make a name for myself first. His opponent, warming up, introduced himself. I am Max. Nice to meet you. The system flashed. Mercenary Max challenges you to a duel. Max pointed at him, sneering. Look at you, twig. One hit, and you are done. Han Jae-woo, as Valor Valoro, bristled. Rude much, back on Starpick, I would have thousands of likes. Choi interrupted, both sides ready, begin. The duel started. And Max charge. His sword spinning in a perfect arc. The crowd watched, transfixed. Within seconds, Max collapsed under Han Jae-woo's blade. You have defeated Mercenary Max. Reputation plus 15. The arena exploded in chaos. What just happened? Max went down in one hit. Han Jae-woo remained calm. No surprise there. After the red dragon fruit, my strength's on par with a goblin king. As Max fell, others clamored to fight him. I need to know your trick, duel me. Me too. Han Jae-woo reeled, overwhelmed. One at a time, seriously, he won duel after duel with ease. Reputation plus 15. Monster/skill acquired. Reputation plus 15. Monster headbutt skill acquired. Reputation plus 15. Another mercenary, Sklot, stepped up, taunting him. Mercenary Sklot challenges you. I am your next opponent. Han Jae-woo's fear surged. What is that guy? He is huge, barely human. His mind screamed to flee. Log out. I need to log out. He fumbled with the system, but nothing worked. Why can't I escape? His thoughts blanked. Thanks a lot, Aquila. Just 1 minute's break, please. But Sklot charged, impatient. No way. Han Jae-woo, resigned, steadied himself. Fine, let us settle this for Han Jae-woo. His eyes blazed as he grabbed Sklot's wrist, yanking his armor. With a swift monster headbutt, he floored Sklot in seconds, the massive mercenary crashing to the ground. Sklot groaned. What the hell was that move? Han Jae-woo, panting, muttered, he is unreasonably heavy. You have defeated mercenary Sklot. Reputation plus 30. A man behind Choi cheered. Boss, where'd you find this guy? He took down Sklot. The crowd swarmed, awestruck. No way you beat Sklot, you are a scrawny monster. They clamored to challenge him, shaking Han Jae-woo as he begged, give me a break, you lunatics. Choi's voice boomed, clear the way. Han Jae-woo sighed in relief, thinking. Thank God, he has got my back. Is this because I am Rut's student? But Choi pointed at him, grinning. Well done, you are the team leader for this battle. Han Jae-woo's jaw dropped, his body freezing as if tossed into a furnace. The chosen knight's escort charged. Their hulking figures wielding weapons. What do I do now? The system flashed, hidden quest, join the mercenary guild completed. New quest, Battle of Hapheim Hill. A woman's image appeared. Baptist, Sklot's sister, managing Frankfurt Tavern in the Frankfurt Empire. Guardian Intel, Baptist oversees the tavern. The chosen knight's forces are clashing with Pizzamith at Hapheim Hill. The air crackled with tension as a bloody battle loomed. A soldier's war cry signaled the start. The human army roared, charging with weapons raised in overwhelming momentum. The goblins, catching sight of gleaming steel, faltered in fear. Han Jae-woo, as Valor Valoro, led the charge, slashing through every goblin in his path. Teeth clenched, his eyes burned with killing intent. We are fighting alongside the chosen knight's forces now. Choi's words echoed in his mind. We are up against the Pizzamith Demon Lord's goblin army. Our mission is simple: steal the enemy commander's military flag. Choi had laid out the plan clearly. When our forces break their tight formation, we slip through the gap and collapse their entire line. He would added a warning, but do not underestimate them. These goblin warriors are proud, strong, and have top-tier coordination on the continent. Suddenly, Choi's shout snapped Han Jae-woo back to the present. Valor, as team leader, hold the line. Han Jae-woo faced two aggressive goblins, their spears aimed at him. He dodged their thrusts with swift reflexes, muttering. Team leader, quit spouting nonsense. His blade shattered a goblin's weapon, leaving deep gashes on their bodies. I am just here to rack up some achievements and get out, he shouted, half-dazed. In the goblin commander's tent, a panicked subordinate burst in. Captain, bad news, our spear unit's collapsing. The goblin captain, stunned, barked, impossible, our elite spearmen, defeated. He snatched a spyglass from his subordinate. Give me that. Stepping outside, he peered through it, his jaw dropping. What the hell is that? Han Jae-woo and his team tore through the goblins, faces grim with determination. A teammate roared, crush them all. Fear flashed in the captain's eyes. He barked orders, form ranks, ready the muskets. A hail of bullets rained down on Han Jae-woo's position. He raised his shield, deflecting the barrage. The system flashed, shield durability reduced by 10. 220 per 230. Han Jae-woo smirked. Muskets, weak. Ever heard of AK-2 rifle? More bullets struck, each hit chipping away. Durability 10, 10, 10. Without rapid fire mode, muskets need to rotate ranks. The goblin's next order came. First rank, fire. Second rank, aim. Han Jae-woo saw his chance. Now, he charged, slamming his shield into the goblin ranks, his teammates following. Tear them apart. A goblin subordinate, sweating profusely, stammered, no way, that scrawny kid's wiping us out. The onslaught left him dumbfounded. Clutching the military flag, he growled. These bastards are not human, but I won't let them take this. This flag carries our tribe's glorious history. Han Jae-woo's team surged forward. Before the goblin could finish his thought, a triumphant cheer erupted. Team leader Valoro has seized the enemy flag. Han Jae-woo raised it high, grinning. Got it, the system chimed, you have successfully captured the military flag. Leadership plus 30, achievement points plus 20. Just hold out a bit longer, and victory's mine. The celebration was cut short by a blaring horn. A teammate shouted, Team leader, bad news, our allies are retreating. Han Jae-woo's eyes widened. What? More grim reports flooded in. The goblins' reinforcements are here, he cursed, damn it, damn it, damn it. Victory was so close, why are they running now? A teammate, trembling, asked, what now, team leader, drop the flag and run. Han Jae-woo snapped, what kind of nonsense is that? Another teammate stammered, but we are surrounded, no gaps. The system flashed, hidden boss, Goblin General Kallian has appeared. Kallian's voice boomed, it is over, brave human warriors. Surrender and retreat, my elite soldiers are proud and unbeatable. Return the flag, and I will spare your lives in honor of your courage. Han Jae-woo, despite his panic, clutched the flag and retorted, dream on, one more step, and this precious flag goes straight into Sklo's underwear drawer. Kallian's eyes blazed with fury. You dared defile our sacred military flag. Han Jae-woo, face pale but defiant, shot back, think war has rules, for victory. I will drag this flag through every filthy corner. The system pinged, you have attempted to intimidate Kallian. A goblin subordinate shouted, Captain Kallian's pissed. Kallian roared, fire. A relentless barrage shredded the flag in Han Jae-woo's hands. He frowned as the system updated, intimidation failed. What, in past playthroughs, they never gave up their flag so easily. His teammates' shields buckled under the gunfire, pierced through. Han Jae-woo cursed internally. They brought out a general, that is cheating. With my current reputation and level, there is no way I can beat that monster. Panic gripped him, what do I do? Memories flashed standing with his team. Watching a sunset with satisfied smiles. Only for Akila's mocking voice to shatter the peace. Die in the game, and you die for real. His face paled, snapping back to reality. A teammate urged, team leader, give an order, or we are wiped out. Han Jae-woo's lips curled into a wild grin, startling his team. One whispered, has he lost it? He snatched a horn from Sklot. Give me that. Sklot protested, there is no reinforcements coming. Han Jae-woo cut him off, shut up and look, pighead. Blowing the horn with all his might, its sound echoed across the battlefield. A teammate shouted, team leader, our forces are not even over there. Han Jae-woo barked, I know, shut up and cover me. Smirking, he thought, checkmate, Aquila. If you have got any conscience, you won't abandon your VIP. Kallian bellowed, spearman, charge. A goblin, driven by pride for the flag, lunged at Han Jae-woo, its spear gleaming. His face drained of color, certain death was near. But a bullet pierced the goblin's chest. A figure on horseback streaked past, eclipsing the sun. Van Fuga, arriving as reinforcement, dismounted before him, her golden hair gleaming under her winged helmet. She raised her sword, shouting, don't give up. The human soldiers rallied behind her. Side note, the Goblin Army's military flag, unchanged since its founding, embodies their history. The names inscribed on it testify to the pride and honor of their warriors. Kallian's voice thundered across the battlefield, commanding his Goblin Army. All units, stand down, this is a duel between me and the Countess of Nirbayen, a noble's fight. Van Fuga, poised with her sword, smirked. Oh, so you do appreciate a touch of romance. No sooner had she spoken than she lunged, thrusting her blade at Kallian. He sidestepped, narrowly dodging, and countered with a swift slash. The clash of metal rang out, sparks flying. Han Jae-woo watched, awestruck. Incredible, it is a perfect match. Van Fuga is still early in her storyline, yet she is this strong. Despite her smaller frame, she matched Kallian's power blow for blow. Her next move left Kallian wide-eyed. Van Fuga leapt into the air, delivering a powerful kick to his head. Unable to dodge, he staggered back, reeling from the blow. Grinning, Kallian laughed, as expected, you are impressive. Not just swordplay, your close combat is on another level. He squinted, you are from the Nirbayen convent, are not you? A military order like that makes sense. Van Fuga raised her sword, replying calmly, I simply honor the Holy Spirit with a devout heart. Kallian smirked, is that so? The sky darkened as Van Fuga adjusted her stance. It is getting late. She sprang forward, her legs propelling her into a high leap. Her sword clashed with Callion's once more. His eyes sparked with fire as he poured strength into his blade, slamming it into the ground with a deafening explosion. But Van Fuga was already airborne, her sword slicing through the air. In one clean strike, she cleaved Callion in two. As she walked away, unfazed, Callion's final words echoed faintly. That was a good fight. His body collapsed, and the goblins froze in shock. They scrambled to retrieve their fallen commander, shouting, "The captain's down, all units, retreat." Han Jaewoo's jaw dropped. That terrifying general, taken out in one hit. He gazed at Van Fuga's heroic silhouette. As expected from the Night Priestess of Nirbayen, the battlefield descended into chaos as the goblins fled in disarray. Van Fuga turned to Han Jaewoo, extending a hand. "You must be the leader of this mercenary band. I sensed your courage from afar." "I am Van Fuga." Han Jaewoo clasped her hand, heart racing. "The honor's mine. I am Valor Valoro." Van Fuga smiled warmly. "Valoro, pleased to meet you, Sir Valoro. If not for Lady Van Fuga, we would all be dead." Guilt flickered in his eyes. "I am no longer the warrior I was. I should have been more cautious." Her voice snapped him back. "Why are you staring at the ground, Sir Valoro?" His soldier handed him a spear. "Take this." The system pinged. "Your mercenary team's trust in you has increased." Han Jaewoo blinked, stunned. "I am getting credit for that." He recalled the battle, the hail of bullets. His team's desperate stand. His refusal to give up. His hands trembled, and he stammered, "Got it." Then, laughing, he shed his burden. "This victory flag's mine." His teammates froze, bewildered. "Team leader, snap out of it. Did you get shot in the head?" The scene shifted to a tavern in Frankfurt. A little young girl burst through the door, shouting, "Big bro, it is Baptist." Sklot, mid-bite, froze, sweat beading on his brow. Baptist, eyes teary, rushed to him. "You fought again, are you hurt?" Sklot, flustered, reassured her, "I am fine, Bap." Han Jaewoo leaned toward Choi, whispering, "Who is the kid?" "His daughter." Choi, chewing, snorted. "Daughter, don't joke, Sklo's only 15. Han Jaewoo raised an eyebrow, unconvinced, but Choi clarified, "That is Baptist, his little sister." Baptist, furious, grabbed Han Jaewoo's collar. "Because of you, my brother's like this, pay his medical bills." Sklot intervened. "Bap, stop." Choi, ignoring the drama, called for another plate. "More of this, please." The system chimed, "You have entered a state of confusion." Baptist yelled, "Big bro, stay out of this." Sklot pleaded, "Bap, listen. Thanks to team leader Valoro, I made it back safely." The crowd chimed in, "Yeah, without the team leader, we would be Goblin Chow by now. We owe him our lives." Cheers erupted. "Hail Valoro, hail Valoro." Han Jaewoo's face flushed red. "Just eat, you little pigs," he muttered, thinking, "This is so embarrassing." The teasing continued. "Look, team leader Valoro's blushing, so cute." A sudden call silenced the room. Han Jaewoo looked up, startled. Van Fuga stood before him, her presence commanding. She gestured to a horse. "Sir Valoro, His Highness, the Chosen Knight, requests your presence. Likely to reward your battlefield valor." Han Jaewoo nodded, but unease stirred. "Why does this feel off?" "She is awfully cheerful," he replied. "You seem more excited than I am, Lady Van Fuga." She laughed. "Call me Van Fuga, not Lady. Look." She pointed to the cheering townsfolk. "Thanks to your courage, they are alive. Those soldiers owe you their lives, citizens of this empire. Need more reason to celebrate." Han Jaewoo fell silent, reflecting. She is right. He recalled Van Fuga shielding him, unwavering as ever. "The only thing that has changed is our relationship. I am just a mercenary now." A faint smile crossed his lips. Soon, they arrived at the Chosen Knight's tent. Van Fuga announced, "Your Highness, I have brought Valor Valoro." A booming voice replied, "Well done." A towering figure emerged, exuding authority. "So, you are the one they call Valoro. I am Philip, the Steel Elector." The air's stuffy in here, probably strategizing. Han Jaewoo bowed deeply. "It is an honor, Your Highness. This is the legendary warrior. His presence alone is overwhelming." Philip smiled faintly, brushing aside formality. "Your courage impressed me, Valoro. You fought like a lion." Han Jaewoo replied humbly, "You flatter me, Your Highness." Philip waved a hand, tossing him a pouch. "Nonsense. Heroes deserve rewards. 100 florin for your team, 300 for you." The system flashed, The Steel Elector has awarded you 300 florin. Current balance, 350 florin. Han Jae-woo knelt. I will never forget your generosity, Your Highness. Philip nodded, pleased. Anything else you need? Han Jae-woo hesitated, then spoke. One request, Your Highness. I would like to reunite with my old comrades in Wonbaek. Philip considered briefly. Wonbaek, deep in the rear lines, but I will allow it. I will arrange a carriage. Han Jae-woo bowed again. Thank you, Your Highness. Philip paused, then asked, anything more? Han Jae-woo glanced at Van Fuga, who smiled back. His lips twitched into a grin. One more thing, Your Highness. Philip frowned. What is it? Despite the pressure, Han Jae-woo pressed on. What are your thoughts on this war? Side note, Philip, the Steel Elector of Palatine, is a guardian of humanity and lord of the Palatine region in the Pandas Empire, known empire-wide as the Steel Elector. A soft voice broke the silence in the room. What are your thoughts on this war? The tent fell quiet. Han Jae-woo, as Valor Valoro, thought, no surprise everyone's thrown off. I am just a lowly mercenary. Philip's piercing gaze fixed on him. And what do you think? Han Jae-woo replied cautiously, I can't see the full picture yet, but one thing worries me. A man beside Philip, with silver-white hair, interrupted sharply. What nonsense are you spouting? Don't think a single achievement gives you the right to advise the elector. Others chimed in without hesitation. Exactly, Your Highness. He is probably just parroting rumors. Van Fuga spoke up, startling Philip. Your Highness, it would not hurt to hear him out. The silver-haired man pointed at her, fuming. A lowly countess dares speak up before the elector. Another voice quickly intervened. Uncle, she is the granddaughter of the high priest of Nirbayen. Show some respect. Han Jae-woo glanced at Van Fuga, amazed. That is Van Fuga for you, even the Steel Elector can't ignore her. Philip did not reprimand the man. Fine, continue. He turned to Han Jae-woo. What do you see in this war? Taking a deep breath, Han Jae-woo spoke boldly. An ambush, Your Highness. Philip, though surprised, remained composed. An ambush, on what grounds? Han Jae-woo nodded. The Demon Lord Pizzamoth's strategies always revolve around ambushes and betrayal. Memories of past battles flashed through his mind. Comrades falling to cunning traps. He continued, based on the war with the Toa Kingdom 10 years ago and the battle against Marquis Anhan 6 years ago, ambushes were decisive in both. His eyes glinted with insight. But we can't overlook their other tactic, betrayal. Philip paused, then smirked. Are you saying there is a traitor among us? Han Jae-woo replied carefully, I am only suggesting the possibility. Philip's smirk turned cold. Caution's never wasted. His expression shifted to anger, and he roared. You have got some nerve. A barrage of insults followed. Listen well, the only reason your head's still attached is because I allow it. Know your place. Van Fuga opened her mouth to protest. Your Highness, but Philip cut her off. I understand. Han Jae-woo stood, pulling his cloak tighter and bowing respectfully. I apologize for overstepping. He stepped toward the exit. I will take my leave. Outside, Han Jae-woo's mind raced. He is suspicious. In past playthroughs, the Steel Elector was more cautious. This time, he is too arrogant. His eyes sharpened. Something's definitely off. He recalled anomalies. The red dragon fruit appearing early. Van Fuga showing up ahead of schedule. Everything differed from his hundreds of prior runs. A theory sparked. Could it be? A voice interrupted. Sir Valoro. Han Jae-woo turned, startled. Van Fuga, in her gleaming armor, panted heavily. I finally caught up. Han Jae-woo blinked, surprised to see her. The Night Priestess of Nirbayen, here. Still catching her breath, she exclaimed, You move fast, flustered. He asked, Did you chase me down because you were worried? Van Fuga nodded candidly. Of course. Han Jae-woo's heart skipped. God, she is too cute. After recovering, she apologized. On behalf of Elector Philip, I am sorry for his words and actions. If there is anything you want, I will make it happen. Her words sent a shiver through him. Anything I want. His mind flooded with vivid, scandalous images. Isn't she too confident? What if I asked for something outrageous? Smirking, he teased, Don't underestimate me. My family's one of the richest in the empire. Money, no issue. You must have a lot of clothes, then, right? He tapped his armored sleeve, flashing a bright grin. After a moment's thought, Han Jae-woo made his request. A quill pen and a flintlock pistol, please. Van Fuga, surprised by the simplicity, urged, that is all. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, but he stood firm. It is fine, Lady Van Fuga. Tears welled in his eyes, rolling down his cheeks. My dream's to become a cavalryman. I want to learn to ride, and the pistol's part of that dream. Van Fuga's face darkened. Then why the tears? Swallowing hard, Han Jae-woo replied, these are a man's tears. She beamed. I have never met someone so selfless. In his mind, he thought, I have given up so much, Night Priestess. She spoke again. This is not the place for heart-to-hearts. Before he could react, she grabbed his hand, pulling him along. Her radiant smile left him smitten. Night Priestess Van Fuga. His face flushed. His eyes filled with lovesick pink. Sometime later, the battle to reclaim Hapheim Hill pitted Elector Philip against Demon Lord Pizzamuth. Philip, clad in heroic armor, declared boldly, today, I end you. Pizzamuth, unfazed, retorted, gods, someone shut him up, his breath reeks from here. A servant approached, reporting, my lord, all is ready for the battle. Another asked cautiously, are you really using her? Pizzamuth sighed, annoyed, you are bringing that up again, the servant pressed. But is not it too cruel? If we capture the Elector, he would be a valuable hostage. Handing him to that maniac. Pizzamuth cut him off, I know, I will handle it. Trust me. A ring on his finger glowed suddenly. Speak of the devil. A figure appeared, greeting softly, it is me, my lord. Hai stepped forward, walking atop kneeling soldiers. I am ready. Pizzamuth nodded, good work, be careful. He paused, adding, and, go easy, all right. Hai smiled, a rope coiled in her left hand. Go easy, I am always gentle. Pizzamuth gaped, protesting, you are never gentle. Hai pouted playfully. Standing atop the soldiers. I am the gentlest, never hot-headed. Pizzamuth and his servant paled as Hai cracked her knuckles ominously. Gentle, she says, they muttered, faces grim. In the still, dark night, Han Jae-woo galloped through the forest, the wind whipping past. He marveled at his horse's speed. I can't believe this horse is named Phil, its speed is unreal. Phil was not an ordinary steed, its sharp eyes and bold demeanor radiated confidence. This is just a spare horse, truly the mark of Nirbien's nobility. Han Jae-woo, as Valor Valoro, pressed on toward Wanbaek, silently thanking Van Fuga. She even gave me this priceless potion. In his pack was a total recovery potion, capable of healing all wounds. 1,000 florin for one vial equal to a house, no way I could afford that. A sudden explosion shattered the silence, startling him. His face paled, voice urgent. Damn it, it has started, I have got to hurry. Calming himself, he thought carefully. That arrogant steel Elector has no chance in this fight. Philip's too proud, he will charge in unprepared. He pictured Philip, overconfident, facing a cunning foe. Those schemers are probably laughing. Staring him down with cold eyes. Han Jae-woo's prediction was grim, Philip's arrogance will get him crushed. On the smoldering battlefield of Hapheim Hill, amidst ruins and smoke, Philip gripped his sword but fell to his knees before his enemy. His voice trembled with rage. Don't you see your situation, uncle? Why betray us? You call yourself a knight of the empire. His opponent, Friedrich, showed no remorse, scratching his chin and sneering. Listen, Philip, you are guilty of treason against the emperor. Pizzamuth and I have allied to capture you for your betrayal. Friedrich leaned close, face to face, his voice dripping with smugness. How's it feel? He taunted, getting it yet? Philip struggled, shouting, what nonsense, who'd believe your lies? But in an instant, Pizzamuth's boot pinned him down. Philip gritted his teeth, enduring the pain. Think you are a child throwing a tantrum, Pizzamuth mocked. Drop the delusions and open your eyes to what is happening. You are a hopeless lunatic. Pizzamuth sneered, ordering his men, bind him. His subordinates moved swiftly. Yes, my lord. Philip, trembling, shouted, don't touch me. Fear gripped him as he backed away. Tears streaming down his battered face. I am a noble Elector, you fools. Pizzamuth, annoyed, snapped, gag him, he is too loud. Suddenly, Van Fuga descended from the sky, her arrival stunning Pizzamuth's men. Before he could react, she delivered a devastating kick to his face, a critical blow he could not block. Clad in gleaming armor, Van Fuga pressed her attack relentlessly. Now, escort His Highness to safety, she commanded. Her subordinate saluted, yes, madam. As allied forces approached, Friedrich shouted, Pizzamuth, Philip's escaping. Pizzamuth roared, shut up, you are giving me a headache. Regaining composure, Pizzamith activated his glowing ring. Hi, he is heading your way. Hi's voice crackled back, amused. What, already? Pizzamith urged. Stop dawdling and act. Hi replied calmly. HMPH, just having a little fun. Enraged, Pizzamith barked, enough games, damn it, start the plan. The signal cut off his final words. Hi stood, grinning wickedly. Alright, dinner time, my good boys. Behind her innocent facade lurked menace. You must be starving, tear him apart. Hi unleashed her pack of feral, bloodthirsty zombie dogs, targeting Philip as he fled. The beasts, ravenous predators, chased relentlessly. Meanwhile, Han Jae-woo, on Phil, was pursued by another pack. Despite Phil's blazing speed, the dogs kept pace in a fierce chase. Running won't shake them, he thought, firing his flintlock pistol. I knew it, zombie dogs. They won't go down easily. The pack pressed on, undeterred. This is Hi's tactic: exhaust the enemy, then finish them. A dog lunge. But Han Jae-woo blocked with his sword. Disgusting strategy. I know your dirty tricks, Hi. There is barely any here, most must be after Philip. A realization hit. I do not care about that bastard. Van Fuga's the priority. I have got to move. Philip, fleeing beside Van Fuga, sensed his mana faltering. Is this Pizzamith's doing? He cursed under his breath, that damned bastard. A dog lunged at Philip, but a voice rang out. Your Highness, watch out. Van Fuga, wielding her sword, slashed through the pack, her blade carving them in half with graceful precision. Clearing the threat, she turned to Philip. Are you all right? He nodded, shaken. This is uncharted land, no one set foot here. We must stay vigilant. Van Fuga agreed, understood. A desperate cry interrupted. Your Highness, help. Philip's face paled, spotting a figure overwhelmed by dogs. Van Fuga shouted, hold on, I am coming. But Philip screamed, Van Fuga, leave her. Confused, she asked, Your Highness, is not it obvious? His voice turned cold. Her life is not worth mine. Van Fuga's heart sank. Is this a ruler's duty? She clenched her teeth, blaming herself. I should have listened to Valoro. If I had, we could have avoided this. We ignored him. A rope suddenly wrapped around Van Fuga's neck, yanking her back. Hi's mocking laugh echoed, you lot are pathetic. Appearing out of nowhere, Hi tightened the rope, catching Van Fuga off guard. Your Highness, she gasped, looking to Philip. But his cold, unfamiliar gaze met hers. In that moment, she realized he would abandon her. Thrown from her horse, her hands trembled, voice breaking. I trusted the wrong man. A coward like him, called a great elector. Hi smirked, stepping closer. No, that is what makes a true elector. She sneered triumphantly. Right, big sister. Side note, Demon Lord Pizzamith, ruler of blood and death, is infamous for his charm and betrayal. A grand sorcerer and the continent's most powerful dark mage, he is a formidable foe not to be underestimated. Friedrich, Philip's uncle, is secretly allied with Pizzamith.